Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is the Death card. Beautiful card, beautiful energy. I know a lot of people get still kind of concerned about the Death card, but to me that feels like a very kind of outmoded reaction to the death energy, right? This is just the idea of continuous process. This is the way the universe functions. And if we're getting in touch with this, well, this really opens us up to every possibility. Right? Every possibility. But let's put this into some context. All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, this, excuse my voice. This looks pretty serious. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. And this is just one card that we select randomly. I'm going to put the horse right on top. We're not going to look at that until the very end, all right? And hopefully it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. Let's look at these energies again before we really get too deep into it. Major arcana, lots of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has never happened. We've never had all major arcana on the path of the serpent. This is interesting to me. This is a lot. My goodness. I'm not even sure where to start. I guess maybe we should start with the Death and the Lover's energy, right? I wonder if you are going to be getting involved with someone that just feels as if your life is totally transforming, right? I'm kind of getting this idea that what started as maybe a business thing or a friendship or something a little bit more platonic is now going in a completely different direction. I think a relationship that you're in maybe currently is very much changing. This literally might be the one kind of soulmate reading that I've ever done. Purely soulmate. The fact that we have so many major arcana cards here is absolutely nuts. And we have transformation and we have this kind of, this marriage, this union, this choice. I think this may have started as, like I said, like a work associate, a colleague or something, right? A coworker. Maybe somebody at school or university, someone that you've worked on a project with. We've got devil energy back here. Or maybe it started as something not quite as serious, right? There's so many possibilities here. This is amazing. There's an opportunity right now to have something deeper with this person. It may be a Cancer person, but honestly, it could be literally any sign at all. It could be a Gemini person, it could be a Scorpio, could be a Capricorn, maybe a Cancer. I'm starting to think not Cancer now. Now I'm starting to think maybe it's a Scorpio person. But I feel as if it's somebody that you already know or work with or interact with. But there's this opportunity to take this association to a much deeper level. soulmate kind of, cosmic partners kind of level. Okay? With the devil energy back here in the recent past, it seems to me like this was a partnership, a relationship that started out either more business-like or more of an infatuation, more of a friends, with extra benefits kind of situation. All right, now, you'll have to pardon me for being so forward with this, but the devil energy could mean a lot of things, right? This might be somebody that we had a really big crush on at some point, never amounted to anything. This could be someone that we had that kind of a friends situation with, right? Wink. But now the opportunity is there for something so much more than that. And I don't know if it's you that wanted something more or they wanted something more and you didn't. There was just this misalignment that was going on. We've got a 5 of Cups up here at the top. This might literally be the first ever truly relationship soulmate kind of reading that I've ever done. All of this major arcana shows that this is a really huge moment in your life. Really huge moment. Now, the small cards that we have, because look at this. These are the only small cards we got. The rest is major arcana, and then this court card over here, this lonely court card over here. But we've got this 5, and we've got this ace. Okay? Underneath it all, I think you're ready to start something new. You're ready to say, yeah, let's do it. Let's start building. Let's build a family, build a life, build a world, a universe together. All right? But the conscious part of you is just like, I feel too many different ways about this. This is a lot of 5 of Cups, a lot of different feelings swirling around. A lot of different things. Is this going to affect your career, your creative ambitions? Is it real? Are we having doubts? Are we torn? In our hearts about this? It's a flood of emotions, right? And this is the big wave that's coming at us. It's at the top of the path of the dove, and this is really just kind of raining down on this. And maybe this is a lot of joy, a lot of hope, a lot of kind of thinking of the future and, gosh, what could be, how great could this become? We're kind of thinking over here about this path of the serpent stuff, about this world or universe card, about this wheel of fortune, and it's just, it almost seems too good to be true, right? So this is a partnership that if we go forward with it, it really is going to change your life. Deeply spiritual type transformation, right? It's going to transform, I think, where you live, how you live, kind of who you are, and what you're all about. It's really a deep connection with this person. Okay, potentially, because we're still in this we're still stuck between these 2 small cards, minor arcana. Not sure really how we feel about this. We kind of know, we feel this major arcana energy. We feel this rush of connection. It's just like we feel the attraction, we feel the connection, we feel the potential transformation of this, but we're kind of not sure what we want to do. Are we ready? Are we willing to start something? To really begin building this universe? Go from an Ace of Pentacles to the World? That's stone by stone, building an entire world. It might take a minute. It might take a while. A Chicago minute. So we're not sure how we feel about this yet, But the Lover's energy is very strong, but this is also the choice. The choice has to be made. You have to commit to one idea or the other. There's no more of this kind of being wishy-washy. This opportunity is here. I do think it's something that that began with this And maybe this is kind of more of the development of the relationship here. Maybe it began as just like a physical attraction or a workplace, flirting or whatever. But I think it's becoming so much more. I think if we choose to take it forward, it's going to become so much more. It feels like a soulmate situation, but we have to let it in the door. We have to be willing to do the work, right? To get to these, to build this world, it's going to take stone by stone, brick by brick, right? So what about this Cancer energy in the future? This is very interesting. It's a Knight of Cups, fire and water. It's giving and receiving love. It's the exchange of love and affection. I think that this is the way forward. Really is, I think, for you to make your decision and to communicate it in a very compassionate and loving way, whatever you decide. If you decide yes, you decide no. This is the way forward, this kind of heart-to-heart communication. Communicating our feelings in that deep way. Okay. Could be even now communicating this uncertainty, communicating this Five of Cups, saying, I really don't know what I want to do. We have this Mercury energy. We have all of this. Got so much major arcana. There is a possibility that this isn't even talking about another person, that this is talking about your relationship with your god, goddess, deity. Right? We could take it to that level. If you want to, we can get out of the kind of romance realm and we can take it to that level. This could be a commitment to our guardian angels, spirit guides, true self. Right? That maybe we were living a truly material life, not concerned with spiritual things. But our discontent with the world has prompted us now to want something new, to want to begin this relationship and transform our lives. See, just like that, we took it out of romance. Now you don't have to worry. A lot of people aren't interested in that kind of romance, For a lot of people, there are much more urgent things to deal with, right? This could be resonating on different levels. It could be even a choice between our devotion to our god, goddess, deity, or this kind of, physical, romantic relationship. But the energy is here, right? Take it how it resonates. But I think I think this is the central card. This Knight of Cups. We have to communicate what's going on with us. To ourselves, to our angel, ancestors, spirit guides, to the other person if there is one. And I think what we're communicating is this Five of Cups. The instability of our emotions right now. We're not really solid with how we feel, right? And that's why we are in the position. That's why we are where we are. That's why we have this lover's energy. That's why we need to make a choice of what is going to be best for our growth, our continued transformation. I wonder if this Death card is even talking about the need to perhaps let something go. We have a Hanged Man up here too. Is there this feeling like I have to choose one thing and let one thing go? Maybe there's two different people here. Maybe the idea of choosing one path means that we're going to let another path go. Maybe the Death card really is about the kind of the grieving process, letting go of something in order to be ready to bring in that new energy, person, path, whatever. But I can hear people now saying, well, why can't I just have both? For whatever reason, you can't have both. One has already ran its course. One has already expired, if you would forgive the pun. So I feel like there's no possibility of having both paths here, and I don't know why. Maybe this is a career thing. Maybe you want to shift over here to this other career field, maybe a study, a specialization. Maybe you're thinking of really pivoting. But to go in this direction, you've got to let go of that, whatever you're currently doing or whatever you were doing. You know what? We could turn this into a career reading if you want. Watch this. Maybe you're working in a field right now that is fulfilling your needs financially, right? This, I think, with the Devil card, is very much about fulfilling our immediate needs and desires, right? It's paying the bills. It's really, you're making a lot of money, perhaps. And yes, underneath everything, we see the coin. We see the disc. We need the money. Of course, we want to, if we start something new, we want there to be financial compensation, but we're also not happy with what we're doing. So maybe we have to make the choice of what to do. Do we kind of grieve and let go of this past thing? This was kind of a sure thing. Maybe this is a lot of money right now, but maybe we don't know how long it's going to last. Maybe it's more of a temporary job. Maybe we need to make the commitment to something that's going to be a little bit more long-lasting. We see these two, especially the world or universe card. This is something that's permanent, right? At least relatively speaking. So we need to make, this is still about kind of communicating our feelings and our intentions in whatever realm this is taking place. Maybe this current job or career or field of study that you're in, again, is very kind of exciting and lucrative materially speaking, but it doesn't have this kind of spiritual connection or this deeper connection that you're also longing for. Now we get over here to the path of the serpent and Mercury. Mercury is either laser concentration or can't make up its mind, right? This is the sage that could easily just be the fool. It's a 1 and a 0, right? The fool and the magician. Very easy to just flip the switch back and forth. We need something to inform this Mercury energy. We need something to help us make that decision. Yeah. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that sign is, right? Maybe there's something in the environment. Maybe spirit is giving you a message right now. Maybe your own soul is showing you the way. Because, we don't really have any air energy here. We've got this air energy, but this, again, is, to me, very similar to the Mercury. This is us trying to make a decision. Well, yeah, you'll have to make a decision. You'll have to commit to it. Thank you, Mercury. We already knew that, right? This isn't really helping us. The Mercury and Gemini, right? It's not helping us here. Mercury is very much at home in the sign of Gemini and is just showing us around the house, but we're already there. We don't need a tour. Thank you, So we need something to inform this. Mercury, Hermes, the Magus, is the transmitter of energy, the transmitter of knowledge, wisdom, spiritual force, right? Mercury delivers the message, doesn't write the message. So where does this message come from? That's what we need. Maybe this will be an Ace of Cups or something. The magician is ready to put on the show but didn't write the script. Yeah. So this is you perfectly capable of excelling wherever you go. Well, that doesn't help. You're very good at everything, I think, Pisces. You could adapt. You could become anything you want. That doesn't help, I know. It really doesn't proffer any decisions. it doesn't make any path look any better when you can excel in any single thing anywhere. Heck, you could do this. So this doesn't help us, but this shows our capabilities, right? And that's kind of, I think, your general energy. This is your view of all this. You're thinking, how do I make a decision when both paths seem so wonderful? That whatever option I could pick seems just as good as any other. How do I pick? I just know that staying where I am is bringing about this mix of emotions, this discontent, perhaps. But now we have the universe or the world. This is in the position of your environment. That's pretty on the nose, I think. Your environment, well, the world is your environment. The universe is your environment. Where is this taking place? Everywhere you are. It's also the card of timing. It's also the card of relationships. Or the position, I should say. It's time for you to make decisions that will bring about your wholeness, right? Your completion, where every element within you is perfectly balanced. Fire, water, air, earth, spirit. So if we're living a life right now that is kind of fulfilling one aspect very, very well, but the other one's not so much, we need to find the balance there. We need to figure it out. What is the decision that's going to bring about equal strength in every area of our life? Personal, family, friends, romance, our spirituality, religion, our magic. Is there a choice that's going to be a little bit closer to this destination? This is the map of the cosmos. It's not the actual cosmos. Things are going to look different when you're out there. You know, the map is not the territory. So I think it is time for us to choose those relationships. Generally speaking, this is just some good advice here. It's time to choose, make every choice part of this bigger picture. Every choice we make, does it lead us closer to this perfect picture? Closer to us feeling like we are spiritually complete, that our life is complete and whole and balanced. Right? That's the biggest problem here, I think. You know, we don't have a lot of discerning air. We don't have any swords that are trying to kind of dissect this and reason it out. We have the Wheel of Fortune card in the position of what we don't even want. Why is this there? This is here because we don't necessarily trust that things will just happen and that things will just kind of unfold as they should. You know? This is like being on a roller coaster and not wanting to close your eyes, not because you don't want to miss the excitement, but because you don't trust whoever's driving. Right? Seems silly. So we're rejecting this card. We're saying we're not leaving anything up to chance. I don't want to just close my eyes and throw a dart and just think that, you know, spirit is going to move my dart around and it'll hit what it's meant to hit. You know, at the same time, we need this card. It's a card of what we don't want, but we do need it. We need to have a little bit of that kind of faith in ourselves, in God, Goddess, deity, in the universe. And trust that whatever sacrifices we're going to be asked to make are going to be the right ones, that are going to be leading us. Gosh, Pisces, every reading that we've had for you has been loaded, just loaded with major arcana. Every single one. But there's something that we have to surrender to. And maybe we're surrendering to this Wheel of Fortune, We're surrendering to this idea that we are on this roller coaster, and we trust that it's going to go around and do its things and get us to where we need to be. Which very ironically is right back where we started. But perhaps on a higher plane. We've moved forward in time. Yes, we've arrived back at the same place in space, but not the same place in time. So we could be right back at this idea of, I still don't know what to do. Yes, but we've gone on this little trip, so maybe our consciousness has evolved a little bit. At least the grass has grown another fraction of a millimeter, so things are different. They may look exactly the same, but they're a little bit different now. Everything is constantly in motion. I see these cards, and I struggle to always remind myself and everybody that these cards are always moving. Right? This goat is always climbing up a mountain. This ceremony is always going on. This death is constantly cutting down, moving forward at a steady pace. This picture of the world, of the universe, it's always moving. Mercury is always carrying a message somewhere to someone. This wheel is always turning. But maybe we feel like nothing is really happening. That maybe we feel suspended. Maybe we feel in this kind of limbo, where we keep going through these exercises or going through these readings or, whatever, and we arrive right back where we started. We feel stuck. We feel like we see these cards, week after week. How do we come to a decision? Let's look at the mystery card. I don't have the answer to that. I am rather like that magician. I just am carrying the message. I don't know. I didn't write it, Mystery card. Maybe some discerning air energy. Yeah. Maybe something... maybe this will be a specific question for you that will give you that kind of aha moment. They'll be like, oh, yes, I didn't think about that. That changes everything. Right? Maybe. Let's see. It's the Eight of Wands. There's really no other fire energy here. My first instinct is this situation is happening very fast. That there is a need for a decision quickly. I feel like the universe has thrown all of these 8 javelins are headed your way. All of these major arcana cards are coming down at you. And maybe this is a situation where you have to close your eyes and trust the universe, trust yourself, that you will know which way to go, that you will react, that your body, your mind, your soul will move out of the way before you get clobbered by these things. That's my first instinct, that you have to trust yours. All right? Trust in these spiritual forces, trust in your own spiritual forces, and you will react. This isn't something where you just, it's like the longer you take to think about this. If we had air energy here, then we would be deliberating, thinking. The more we think about it, the further away we get from that instinctual reaction. Okay? Close your eyes and then instantly ask yourself the question and make your decision, right? As soon as an answer comes to you, blurt it out. The longer it takes, the further away we're getting from that original impulse of intuition, right? The further away, Mercury gets with that message and just trying to holler back at us what the words are, and we can't really hear them so well. So we got to stay real close. So I get a sense of urgency like that. I get a sense of kind of trusting ourselves, but it has to be in a more swift way, you know, a little bit more impulsive, just kind of out with it. But having that impulse, we have to allow the motion. It's one thing to close your eyes and just think, I should get out of the way. And then already it's just like we're thinking about it. Oh, moving out of the way. And then we get clobbered. We have to, rather than even blurting it out or thinking about it, let your body react to it. Let your body get you away from these javelins. The other thing that this brings to mind is the fact that we have to put all of our javelins toward the same target. Right? This is you being able to throw all your darts, and they're all hitting the same bullseye. Right? Everything that you're about, there's no impulse or will in you that kind of curves off and starts doing its own thing. You're all in with it. You're throwing everything that you have at this decision. Once you make it, your entire body, mind, and soul have to go in that direction. It's no good to get most of your body out of the way. You still get clobbered in the leg or something, the foot. Everything's got to go in the same direction at the same time. Yeah. So I think this is urgent. I think that you need to, we need to get out of this hanged man position. If that is a limbo, if that is the kind of indecision, we have to do something about this now. All right. We are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.